Welcome to the video creation session of today's professional development. I'm going to show you a real quick way to create a video for your classes, whether they be in person or virtual. The first part of this video is going to be pretty raw, where I'm not going to really do a lot of editing, and I'm going to have to show you exactly what we need to press on our screen. We're going to be using Screencastify for some of the webcam, which, here comes the raw part, video that we're going to be taking with the district provided webcam, and just a couple quick, maybe a little script that you might need. And then from there, we're going to use WeVideo and edit our video that we did with our little lesson. So why don't we begin? With Screencastify, there's a very small little, what looks like an arrow. So in the upper right of our corner, you're going to see a small little icon, and that's our Screencastify. We'll click on that Screencastify by a simple left click. There's a couple options, but the main options that you want to focus on first, definitely make sure your microphone is on. And you can see the little green bar on the right side that it is in fact on, and it's recognizing my voice. Obviously, if it was off and you do a whole production and create this video, and all of a sudden you go to preview it and you go, oh, my microphone was off. So make sure that it's highlighted in this kind of a pink, orange, red, and make sure it's on. The camera should be plugged in. Now you can do a couple test runs to make sure before you do anything with actual editing. We can hit Webcam Only, and currently I have my webcam pointing down at the lesson that I'm going to create with the caliper and the Legos. So coming back to my screen, if I select record, you can hear that tone that it's counting down. Now currently it is in fact recording the webcam. So right now I could come over here to my webcam and get my face out of the way, and you'll be able to see my hand in that webcam area. Now I'm going to select stop, and you'll see automatically that my preview in Screencastify does show up. Fortunately, Screencastify, and there's my little hand, and you can see that, there goes the time that I spent, and it looks like I almost spent 25 seconds on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit trash, because I don't want this in my Screencastify folder, and it of course confirms the deletion. Now you can see that my Screencastify folder, once again it automatically pops up, is pretty full. So it's not a bad idea to organize those quick little files. So I'm going to select my Screencastify and show you another option. I could select desktop, and I could select record, and you can select the window that you're going to be sharing, and I could hit my left mouse button on my screen and select share. And it counts down. So currently what's happening is it's recognizing everything that I'm doing, and in this manner I'm at the Grafton High School webpage and just going back and forth through. But if I had some software up or a Google Doc and I wanted to do a presentation, currently you would be able to hear me teach this lesson. I'm going to close this tab, and I'm going to select way down at the bottom here, stop sharing. And you'll see once again, I'm going to hit pause first. You can see once again it automatically pops up. Now don't worry about fumbling over your words and things like that, because you will be able to edit those in our little session of the WeVideo. So here I have what I just did in that 29 seconds, that half a minute. So I'm going to select just so you can hear it on the camera, select my unmute speaker and select play. And now I'm not going to say anything and you'll be able to hear this. Is it's recognizing everything that I'm doing. And in this manner, I'm at the Grafton High School webpage and just going back and forth through. But if I had, now obviously I'm going to pause this because you don't need to hear it again for that 29 seconds. Now, once again, I'm going to select trash and I'm going to delete and delete. I'm going to close this. We don't need my Screencastify. I'm going to show you one more option. Select your Screencastify. And now you can see also that you have Embed Webcam. Now currently my webcam is pointing to my little lesson down here. But if I wanted my students to watch me, and sometimes you see this on YouTube where somebody sits here with their webcam, and what I just did was kind of pointed towards me. Now, this webcam is a little different. A lot of teachers will have their webcam for their students right up on top of the monitor. So I could take this off, or I could just point it down towards me. And I'll just kind of look into it a little bit, just so you can kind of see how it's going to go. So if I select Embed Webcam, and I have my microphone on, and desktop, and I hit record, you can see down here now, in the lower right corner, there I am. Now obviously I would have to adjust it before I would hit record. So either I got to scoot down in my chair here, or I have to adjust the actual webcam. So I select the screen I'm sharing, and I hit share. And now it's recording, and now you can see me teach my lesson. So if I went here and I said, today students, we're going to go to this free woodworking plans and so on. I'm going to select stop sharing, because we don't need to make this too long. I'm going to pause this, turn it up, and same thing. You'll be able to see the preview before editing. You can see me teach my lesson. So if I went here and I said, today's students, we're going to go to this free woodworking. Okay. So now you get the idea of how to use Screencastify. So let's use it. All right, folks, we're going to do webcam only, and we're going to select record. So now we're actually recording. And so now you'll see me do my lesson. And obviously you'll see the edited version later. Today, students, we're going to learn how to use the dial caliper. In the video, you saw our learning targets. Our caliper has 9 main components. I'm going to write down and make sure I put that in my Fusion 360. I'm also going to measure and push straight down until I reach, draw this, and create this. So we'll see where that goes for the people that are, now I'm going to come back here, and 7 minutes, not bad. So I'm going to select stop, and now automatically is this in my folder. So this one I'm going to hold on to. Now it looks like I did a little bit of bumping and whatnot. Well, we'll see how it goes. Doing this, that's why they make editing software, is because if it doesn't work perfect the first time, you can always go back and change those things up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop my actual camera here, and I'm going to use Screencastify to create a video on how to create a video. I'm going to use WeVideo to edit the Screencastify lesson that we took. If you go into your Canvas page, you'll see through pretty much any course that you have on your dashboard you can select on. And on the left side in your menu, you'll see near the bottom that there's a WeVideo link. So if you're already logged in with Google, you're already going to have the WeVideo. Now, working within this screen here, it's a little bit rough. What I want to do is maybe create a new video, but first I want to get out of this small area. Now, what I have is WeVideo linked into my bookmarks. Now, since once again I'm already logged in Google, I'm going to hit WeVideo, and obviously it's going to bring up a larger screen. So I'm going to select Create a New Video, and I'm going to keep this in what's called My Project. I mean, you can create something else, template, but I'm going to start from bare bones. I honestly think that's the easiest way. I know that we don't want to reinvent the wheel, but I will show you that there are some templates out there. So I'm going to select Start Editing. Now, the first folder that I have up here, I created already for this lesson, and it's called 001 WeVideo. And if I needed a new folder to put another video together, and you can see that I have freshman drafting sample, Fab Lab machines, and so on, where I can just simply hit my right mouse button and left click on new folder. I don't need a new folder in this case right now, so I'm going to stop here and open up my WeVideo. Now, within this folder, I already have the actual video recordings that I took from my own camera that's right behind me here. But within this folder, I'm going to dump like what I'm doing right now in there also, and so you can see kind of how this is going. Now, to access your Screencastify video, the one I took for this caliper lesson, I'm going to select my Google Drive. Now, I use Google File Stream, and fortunately, Screencastify does give you automatically a folder. So I'm going to select my Screencastify. Now, it will just say Screencastify. I label all my folders by number, that's my organizational technique. So I'm going to double click in Screencastify and find my lesson that I just created for, and this is one of those reasons why you kind of want to stay organized. And I can see it that it's right here. So I'm going to take this video, click hold, and I'm going to drag it right into the folder of WeVideo. And you can see here it is uploading. I would not suggest, while this is bringing it in, our school's network is way faster than anything you're going to have at home. I would not suggest putting a lot of videos that you created from your Screencastify folder at home into WeVideo. It does take quite some time. This one, being a 7-minute video that I want to edit, is definitely going a lot faster. There's times when I've put 10 videos in my home network and it goes overnight. So it's pretty incredible. While this is going, I'm going to select stop sharing for right now, and I'm actually going to put this video in there too and edit that while this one's going. Be right back. And while my lessons are uploading here, and you can see that it's still running, which is fine. I mean, once again, 7 minutes. It's a lengthy one. So what I want to show you is in our 3 stacked little file here, I'm going to select new from template. I'm not going to say I haven't used these. They are helpful to a point. Some get kind of overwhelming. So I'm going to select new from template and show you one that I really, really enjoy. And I'm going to select my library, and you could browse through a lot of them and go through like a preview and kind of see like the noise effect and whatnot. Students love these. They're actually kind of neat. I'm going to hit cancel on that one, and I'm going to go new from template, back to library, and select education. The first one is the one I really like and I have used if you watch any of my YouTube videos, and I'm going to select use. Now you'll be able to see everything up here when it comes to the text, the instruction, the music, all this going on. Your instruction will be going right here. So the videos that I just put in WeVideo are going to be right here. Now I'm going to move myself here just so you can kind of see everything that's down here. So there's a preview in the right. I'm so sorry. There's a preview in the upper right corner here, and you can select the play button to kind of see what this template's all about. So you can see it following the music, and if you've watched my videos, you'll see that this is extremely similar. I just put today's learning targets. So you can start populating your learning targets in here so students kind of can see exactly what they're going through. So with this specific lesson, to be able to edit this, now I'm going to just check back in my folder to see how we're doing with the upload. And I'm going to scroll down, and it looks like it's still going. So you can still edit as this is going. So what I want to do in this text field here is double click, and you'll see where it says from the properties down. Now, I like the colors, but you can change the colors if you want, and you can see the preview. It's all dependent on what your liking is. So I want to keep the word today's learning, and in this manner, I want to back drag and type in targets. And you'll be able to change also the font if necessary. I'm not going to get too fancy. I'm just going to keep what we have here. And once you're complete, you can select down here, Save Changes. So now, in the same manner, I'm going to select the lesson title, and I'm going to type in using a digital caliper. And save changes. So editing does take some time. If I drag all the way back here, I'd like to kind of see what it looks like. And now, I think I'm liking what I see. Now, this doesn't seem to be too great of a part of the theme. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this. I'm going to hit just the delete key. Now you can see that it's highlighting. I'm going to select delete. Okay, I modified a lot of my text. I just thought it'd be better to stay kind of consistent. We're not going to go through all of this, but I did put a few learning targets in, and maybe I'll pop a few more in there also. A proficiency scale wouldn't be a bad thing in here also. That I'm going to probably keep with the canvas and keep with the rubric. So this one, we're just going to do the video editing, and that's about it, instead of trying to link documents in here and so on. So I'm going to get back to our media, and it looks like we're ready to go with our actual lesson. So in this manner, I'm going to click and hold and drag my whole video down here. And you can see that if you start right here, you're going to be able to hear me. You're going to see the text overlay, and you're going to be able to hear the audio. So now you'll see me do my lesson, which obviously we don't want. We're going to drag the video, and you can do this with the text too, the audio and so on. You can go all the way back, and I'm going to scoop myself up here so we can kind of see what we're doing. I'm going to hit play. I'm going to drag it back just a little bit and hit play. So now you'll see me do my lesson. Okay. Now we can start editing here. Right here, the audio. I like that. That's kind of cool. There's a few things that you can do. If you get to the end, you can see that there's a double arrow, and you can kind of drag back a little bit and drop it. Watch this. So now you'll see. Okay, nice smooth transition. Now I'm going to show you how to cut. There is a little scissors here.
Currently, the gold box is highlighting our audio. So if I select my video that I created and I want to hit play,
lesson. And obviously you'll see the edited version later. Today, students, we're going to learn how to use the dial caliper.
Okay, so you heard me, and I'm going to back this up a little bit and continue to listen.
So we're going to learn how to use the dial caliper.
Okay, so about 42 seconds
later.
Okay, right about here is where I want to cut. So being that it's highlighted with the gold box and this blue line is right here, I'm going to select cut. Now I'm going to hit play.
Today, students, we're going to learn.
Okay, because I don't want all this stuff. You know, I got about almost 10 seconds of me explaining to you what we're going to do in this facilitated lesson. So I'm going to select the delete key. I don't need that. I'm going to drag this back.
Today, students, we're going to learn how to use the dial caliper. In the
Okay, so far so good.
Video, you saw our learning targets. Our caliper has 9 main components. We have the external jaws, which are, we have the internal jaws here. We have the metric inch button here. We have a locking screw here.
Okay, so I think we're going to do pretty good here. Now it's a matter of just cutting out and placing in exactly what we want. You don't need me here to show you exactly what we're going to cut out, what we're going to cut out. So I'm going to stop it here for a second and I'll be back with you. All right, folks, I'm almost done trimming, clipping, a lot of the stuff that you probably heard me say, hey, I'm going to stop here and so on, and kind of pick up the lesson. So it's about time for some transitions. Before I forget, you can start all the way back to the beginning by hitting this, this left arrow to go all the way back. Now, I understand I'm going to move myself up here. I understand that it's like, well, I can't see everything. There are zoom options in your lower right corner. If I hit and they're very, very picky with sensitivity. Now, all I'm doing is click, 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 click. You can drag bigger, smaller, depending on how detailed you want to get. So I'm going to drag all the way back, and you can see it's kind of tiny with my text. And here's all my video, and you can see it terminates at about 4.5-minute videos. I found out that kids really don't like watching long videos. I mean, there's some videos that I have that are pushing an hour, but I do have students kind of start and stop their processes through whether they be machines or projects for the Woods Lab or any drawings they need to complete in drafting. So in this manner, I'm going to just drag it up just a little bit so I can kind of see my text. Now, when I say transitions, I mean I'm going to drag my timeline here between this spot and this spot. Just kind of watch.
Today, students, we're going to learn to create this. Today, students, we're going to
it's too much of a start-stop, and that's what we want to try to eliminate. So I'm going to drag out our preview screen just a little bit and go into the transitions. Now there's a whole bunch. I usually use what's called this burn. It's kind of just a nice bright saying, hey, I'm starting from or ending from one spot and picking up at another. So it's not so much of a blink of an eye and like, whoa, what happened? So I'm going to click hold and drag that burn right between those two videos that I cut. And I could even put one here at the beginning, and you'll be able to see that slight fade of a burn. Kind of right into the video. I'm going to drag this up just so you can see what it looks like between two videos.
Today, students, we're going to learn how to use the dial caliper.
Now, once again, there's all these different ones. Mess around, see what you like. So I'm going to put those in there. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to get those in, and we'll do a little bit more text. Okay, I think we're almost done with this, what I hope would be a fairly simple edited video. I'm going to select play because right in this area,
you saw our learning target.
I want to maybe spell out some of the components. So I want to add some text. So you can see back up here, I'm going to select text, and I'm just going to do some real quick, this first one, this whisper title. And I'm going to click hold and put that in this vicinity in components. You can see the in with a whisper here. Now I'm going to kind of zoom up a little bit just so I can kind of see what I'm doing. And that was with, once again, this little bar down here. If I double click in here, I can see that with the whisper and where it is, I might want to change the color. I'm going to go back to that light blue and we'll see what happens. It's a little bit more legible and I might change that. I'm not sure. So when I hit play, we have the external jaw. Okay, so right at the end, I'm going to drag this up a little bit. And I'm going to get in here and type in external JAWS because that's what I set. With all the multiple intelligences that are out there, some students like to see it, some students like to read it. So we're going to put that text in there to satisfy those needs. And I'm going to play it. The external JAWS. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to continue with internal JAWS and the depth measuring blade and the buttons and so on. And we'll get back to you. Okay, I think we're almost done with our video lesson. Now, we do need to save this. So I'm going to go to File and Save As. And I'm going to save this as my Technology and Engineering 9 freshman digital caliper and select OK. Now, once you're complete with everything and you have reviewed everything, we want to select Finish in the upper right corner. I would suggest the HD, and we're going to export it. Now, you can do anything you want. You can keep working on other stuff. You don't need to continue with this and wait for it. I would also once again suggest that you do this at school. The network is great. It does state that it's queued right now, that it's getting ready. The WeVideo is cloud-based, so everything is already on WeVideo. You can work at home, you can work on your laptop, you can work at desktop, in the school. Really work anywhere as long as you have your account linked. It states that it's going to be ready in 3.5 minutes, but we'll see about that. So I'm going to stop here, and we're going to get ready for our next lesson. Hey folks, after your video is done exporting, what you want to do is go over to exports. And your project will be most likely in the upper left corner because that was the last one that was done. If you would like, you could download that file, and I'm going to select the download button. And you can see that it's downloading in the lower left corner. After it's complete, you can select a folder to save it to. Typically what I do is I save it to the desktop. So I will open it, and I could preview it, but I really want to go into my downloads, and here it is as a video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my YouTube channel by simply going to a new tab and typing in YouTube. And going to my channel. The little video camera, if you select that, you can select upload video. And you can drag and drop your brand new created video here. Now, while that's uploading, there's a few things you need to do. You need to tell the viewers about your description. or about the video. And obviously my viewers are my freshmen. I would put, please enjoy this basic video of the digital caliper. Perfect. Now thumbnails will come into play. The video elements, typically these areas here, in the details, we still need to scroll down and we need to select if you have a playlist, and I'm going to select mine for my Technology and Engineering 9 drafting class. Also, just because of children involved and so on, when they say kids, they mean really, really young kids. I know, before 18 years old, but it's not. It's not made specifically for kids. I'm letting anybody view this that would like to learn how to create the video or use the dial caliper. The video elements, we really don't do anything here with the cards and the end screen links, things like that. I'm going to go to visibility and I'm going to check my my public, so other schools that I have affiliations with when it comes to helping other colleagues can also view it. Now, while this is going, I'm going to go back to my WeVideo, and you can go to your dashboards, your media, your projects, what have you. It's still going to be my lessons that I'm creating here. To kind of stop this video is in need of just kind of completion and whatnot. So I'm going to stop here and quit rambling and get you folks going with your lesson. Okay, the last thing we need to do, and I'm so sorry for rambling before, just trying to get you folks going here, is now that it's all ready to go on YouTube, you want to hit next and next, and you can copy your YouTube link and you can actually put it on Canvas. So I'm going to hit copy link and I'll publish my video to YouTube and close. So here's my video on my channel. I can simply go to the playlists and you can see in my Technology and Engineering 9 all of my videos, and including the one right at the bottom here of using the digital caliper. I'm going to go to my Canvas page and I'm going to add to my caliper quiz, or I should change that. I'm just going to hit external URL. I'm going to paste my YouTube video and we'll call it digital caliper video. I need to put a link. And I am. So now students, after published, can view that, and I'll change this also just to not call it quiz, but just call it caliper for the module. Thanks for watching. Without making this video too long, you can see the finished digital caliper video on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.